Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well today. I wanted to just talk about a question that I've been getting asked a lot more recently, and that is, what is the difference between counseling and life coaching? So, if you're wondering, okay, I've heard of counseling, I know about therapy, but I've heard of coaching as well. Hey, and I want to know whether to go with a coach or a counselor. I'm not really sure what the difference is. So I am a recipient and a practitioner of both coaching and counseling, so I'm happy to share with you what I know about it. And basically, counseling or therapy, so we can start by kind of defining that. So therapy is really for individuals who are looking for support with maybe it's a mental health condition, diagnosis, or collection of symptoms that is really maybe kind of invasive to your everyday life. Like it's maybe preventing you from doing something you want to do. It's really getting in the way of your relationships or getting in the way of being successful in your everyday life, or even able to do things that we need to do every day to keep us healthy, sane, and safe. And so we're really looking at getting support with what's happened to you maybe in the past. Maybe there's trauma involved. Maybe there's other mental health conditions, anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, things like that. And so this also includes daily stress, so I want to make sure to include that. That is something that you can go to therapy for. But really the goals in therapy are, again, to help heal those past or current pains, learning those tools to cope with the symptoms, the issues, the daily stressors that we have. And a lot of times mental health therapy can come with a diagnosis, so just kind of being aware of that. And typically there's a treatment plan that you're going to follow, and it's a little bit more on the medical side. So you're going to kind of follow that treatment plan to address, again, the roots of the issue, and address those symptoms and of the diagnoses. Typically this type, so mental health therapy, is widely covered by insurance at different lengths and rates, of course. There's always private pay options, but that's something that you could probably get reimbursed for, as it's more of the medical side. So therapists, just so you know, are required to have more of those higher level degrees, so they're operating with maybe a master's degree, a PsyD. They may have other licenses as well, and so they've received mental health education, so they've been studying kind of the theory, diagnostic criteria. They've learned many ways and models to help people kind of cope and address those mental health issues. So there's many different ways to address healing and kind of getting better in those ways. Therapists also have ethical guidelines and boundaries that may limit their scope of practice and inform the way that they interact with their clients. So that includes, the confidentiality. Really, therapists are there more so to be neutral and to help clients kind of figure out things, to ask them questions, things like that. But again, to heal is the goal. So when we look at coaching, life coaching is more, I would say, of a partnership with a client. So you can, there's kind of that removal of the neutrality or the boundaries there with the client relationship. And so, that is more of a partnering, and you're really there to kind of be inspired and find a solution-focused way to maybe remove some patterns that aren't helpful for you. That maybe keep you stuck in where you're at right now, but you want to achieve, you want to do better, you want to kind of make yourself a better version of you. So that's the point of coaching, is again really to help you become, take responsibility for some things, identify strengths, develop those, really identify what your social goals look like, what your personal goals look like, whether that's, internal, whether that's occupational, you want to get a better job or a better paying job. Those are all things that coaches can kind of help you. So we're almost at a point where, maybe we've healed from our large wounds. And so now we're really to kind of look at more of the self-actualization. How do we get from point A to point B? And really, coaches create that space for clients to kind of build on those positive emotions to thrive and succeed and to do better. And so, also coaching is really not as restricted. There's no formal education that's required. So they're going to pull in all sorts of different ways to support their clients so they can be kind of really using their own life experience, or they, a lot of therapists are also coaches. So they have that background, including myself. I have the background to be able to kind of give you the tools you need to problem solve, to kind of get to that next step. Using your strengths, that strengths focus, and really focusing on solutions and how we're going to kind of take that to the next level. So it's a very, very exciting field. And there's also no licensing restriction. So as a coach, you're able to kind of reach people in different areas. So, if you are in the state of Texas and you've heard of a coach that works in Michigan and they're the bomb at what they do, they're awesome, there's going to be no restriction for working with them. So to my knowledge, insurance does not cover coaching. So just so you know, that will be an investment. And again, making that investment in yourself and in any way is so important. But it is, again, there's many benefits to each. And I think the most important thing to really remember is that, if you are looking for coaching and you go into coaching, you're really excited, you may discover that if you're maybe not healed from your previous stuff, we all have our stuff, right? If you're not healed from your previous stuff, that might come up for you, and you may have to kind of go back and find that therapist to kind of really get in there and work on those, maybe those deeper wounds, those things that are gonna really kind of keep you more in that stuck place. And then, come back to that self-actualization piece after, but we definitely want to heal that stuff that we've got and then kind of go forward with the coaching. So I'm interested to hear from you if you have questions or if there's something I missed that you want to know about. Feel free to leave me a comment, a question, if you want to add something to that, if you've had that experience. So again, having the experience of both being a recipient of therapy and counseling, I would say both are hugely beneficial. I've been able to heal a lot of stuff with my therapist, but then also watch myself grow by leaps and bounds with my coach. So it's a really cool time to just kind of get in and really invest the time and the energy and the money and everything to invest in yourself, because that's going to bring you better results no matter what it is that you're doing, whether that's at work and relationships, just having your own self-confidence. All of that is worth it. So again, leave me a question, a comment. I'm happy to hear from you, and I hope you have a great day and take care.